Who will be the successor to Zenyatta's throne? We'll find out in just a couple minutes as it's post time for the Grade 1 $250,000 Vanity Handicap. Older females going 1 1/8 miles on the main track.
They're off. American Story, second. After that match between horses Switch and Blind Luck.
Here she is, the winner of the Grade 1 Vanity on her return to a synthetic surface, winning for the 11th time in 20 career starts and inching ever so close to the $3 million mark in career earnings. It's Blind Luck and Garrett Gomez.
The superfecta returned $62.90, exact as $6.40. At the 70th Vanity Handicap, Blind Luck and jockey Garrett Gomez. Blind Luck,
thoughts on the backstretch when you saw a 52nd half mile?
You know, I was a little nervous, but you know, I think that Garrett was a little bit closer today than he ordinarily would have been. And you know, the only thing I said to him before the race was just try to watch the pace and see what happens there. So he watched it pretty good and got a good run on him coming for home.
Do you think you might campaign her locally now, or are you still going to trailblaze across the country with her?
I don't know. You know, we had kind of targeted the Delaware Handicap because it's a big purse, but you know, depending on how everything goes, you know, we might wait till Del Mar, or we might very well run in the Delaware Handicap.
This was her first start off of a dirt surface in 8 tries. Are you opposed to the synthetic? I mean, she's run well over it, or does it not really matter?
I'm not opposed to the synthetic. I just think earlier in the year she might not have gotten tracks that she liked, and her feet might have been bugging her a little bit too. So she wasn't just quite 100%, but I think she is today.
It's amazing that she never gets any pace around that, but she just runs them over again.
I don't know. I thought Bob did a great job trying to slow the pace down with his speed filly, so I thought that was a pretty smart tactical move.
There you go.
You want that too? Come here.
Sell that on eBay tomorrow for $50.
There you go.
Garrett, what do you think on the backstretch when the race was kind of unfolding a little slowly? You see
well, I wasn't happy.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't happy. You know, but I didn't have much ground to make up, and I just couldn't get her tucked in exactly the way I wanted her. I was kind of, Raphael kept kind of pushing me outside of switch. You know, but then, you know, in spots I was able to get behind him, and she was traveling okay. You know, she kind of travels no matter where you're at, pretty much the same, you know. You know, but I was a little concerned with the pace, what was going on in front of me. The one thing that I was real confident in was that the switch was I only had a length to catch up to her. So I felt like if we turned for home together, with me giving her 2 or 3 lengths, I could still run her down. You know, and she did so. I mean, she loves to run in the lane, and you know, she's got a heck of a turn of foot, and especially even on the dirt, or you know, somewhat synth dirt. Yeah,
synth dirt.
Synth dirt. You know, you know. I mean, she's a hard trier, and I mean, you know, she just keeps running them down and running awesome.
People who were watching the race might have been concerned on the backstretch that the slow pace would leave you with too much to do, but on the turn, and as you turn into the stretch, it was the other way around. It was now like, how close is she going to get, and what is she going to run like? What did she feel like when she turned for home?
Well, I felt like the horses I had to outrun. I mean, you always got to outrun all of them. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
And with the pace being slow like it was, I mean, it makes the other horses become more involved in the race. The horses that I thought I could throw out,
right.
And that was one of the horses down the inside that were kind of setting the pace. Switch and Mitchell's filly was right in front of me, so I felt like those were the 2 that I had to outrun, and I was giving them a length, and the other filly I was getting her, I was next to her, so you know, as long as my filly kept traveling well until we turned for home, I felt like, you know, I mean, it was hopefully going to be in my ballpark when we turned for home, and I was able to start letting her, you know, do her thing.
Good.
Was there ever any question in your mind that you were going to swing her wide? Because she always seems to come running down the center of the track.
Well, I mean, that's just where she always ends up. So.